Welcome and thank you for joining us. Let's just take a few minutes and have a quick look at a new piece of functionality that's been introduced for TAPS version 11. Now that new piece of functionality allows you to do updates now using your phone. It's put TAPS on mobile devices. So for example, if you wanted to do your updates using your phone, you can. So if we were looking at updating our schedule, we can do it logging into our phone. Now I realize that this is on the computer, but this particular screen is showing you what the phone screens would look like. So I have a file that I want to do some updates to. Same P6 file that you might do some of the updates using barcode scans. Maybe you've got a reason you need to do some of them using your cell phone or other mobile devices. So if you are in that scenario, you now can use TAPS on mobile devices. And this is what it would look like using your phone. So if I log in, same as I always do, just typical your username and password, and this is your P6 username and password, by the way. Now, I'm just going to hit refresh. I have gone through an update on this before, just so that we start at the very beginning. So update date. It's going to give you a screen. You can set the update date. Well, you can set it to whatever date you need. Now the update date, just a little reminder, that is basically your data date in P6. So if I wanted my data date in P6 to be, for example, June 7th, but I wanted 7 p.m., I can change it, and you'll notice that dialog box closes right away. I can go and make sure that I've got the settings I need just by clicking settings on the left side. So it's reading 7 a.m., so clearly I didn't quite click and have it go through properly to p.m., so let's fix it. I've got 7 p.m. Now we have some default settings, and if you've seen TAPS before, these are very familiar settings by now. Update milestones is on by default, run out of sequence report, dissolve canceled activities logic. Now I'm going to leave that one alone for now because we're going to set a couple of updates to P6, and I'm not going to be canceling an activity right now, so I'm not going to worry about whether I need to dissolve the logic or not. Now when you look at percentages, you might be looking at these percentages thinking, what if I need 10% or 15, that kind of thing. You can customize it. So if I needed to add, for example, 10%, I can do that. It's that easy. So once I've got my settings where I need them, I just need to click Save. Saved successfully, so now I can go to the activities. Now in the activities, same thing. I can configure how I'm going to see the information and what I'm going to see for update information. So what I need to do is click on this icon. It saved what I had set up in here before, so I'm just going to take this out for now because let's walk through this. So if I want to select or search for the activities, first of all, what do I want to filter by? Well, I want to go by project first of all. So filter by project, and I'm going down to the bottom of the list, and that's the little test file I'll use. Now I could put subsequent parameters in as well, but for now I'll just apply that. You can put subsequent parameters in. Now I've got a sort order. Same thing, click in there. I can sort by any of these three elements. Well, what I'm going to use is activity field. You'll notice it defaults to start date. I'm going to change that though. I'm going to go in and use activity ID. And again, just apply it. Now with these two parameters set, two levels of parameters I should say, I'm going to apply that, and it shows me the activities. So it makes it really easy to set up the information you want to see, and I've saved that configuration. So as you saw when I first logged in, that's going to stay there until I go and change it. So you don't have to go and do that each time you log into TAPS if you're working on the same project and you're looking for the same parameters. So now if I want to go in and update an activity, for example, if I've got open and remove manways is one of the ones I need to update, I could just click into the % complete if I need to and set it there. But let's have a look at the rest of the information that's available underneath. So if I click this downward arrow, you can see a number of different pieces of information all for this activity. So this particular activity has remaining duration 4. It is duration % complete. So I could go in and say this particular one is 50% complete, and it will set the rest of the information for me. But by that same token, I could have put in the remaining duration, and it will deal with that as that sort of sequence as well. So we've got an update for that activity. We can just scroll down, and if we want to update remove and repair safety valve as well, for example, I can just click the drop down, just keep going down the list and do all the different updates that I need to do. Now maybe this particular activity, and it's kind of a turnabout that they would be at these percentages in this order, but if this one was, for example, 75%, you can see I can go in and just set it. It updates the status, updates the parameters it needs to update according to what I've given it here. And it tells you very visually % complete, type, duration, so you know what you're updating in that perspective as well. So if I wanted to send those two updates, all I need to do is save it. Now, like the computer piece does, it gives you the out of sequence report. And those two updates that I put in were kind of after the start of the project, so did that on purpose so that you have an out of sequence activities report to see both pages. So it is going to give you pages on the bottom if there is more than one, tells you the activity that was scanned that caused the reading of the other activities to be out of sequence. So I can just go back and put in more updates if I need to. Maybe I just realized, oh my, I need to do another update on another activity. I can do that and save it, send it across as well. Or if I'm finished, just log out. So let's go have a look at what it looks like in P6. So if I go over to my file, of course, the first thing I'm going to have to do here is refresh. Now, here's the one activity that I updated here. First of all, 20, 50% complete. It's got the start date on it, resources, gone through and done all the update information that it should have. And 30, and this is just my computer doing that, by the way. It's just having a little attitude. So if I look at 30, here's my update. This one was 75%. So you can see the updates did go through. So what I need to do is, at this point, if that was all my updates, schedule my project and do my analysis. So you can see it's very easy to log into the mobile version of TAPS to do your updates. So you may have circumstances where that's helpful, and it's another piece of functionality that Emerald has made available in TAPS version 11. So if you would like some more information, feel free to reach out to us. The contact information is on the screen. Thank you so much for joining us for this brief kind of introduction to TAPS via mobile device. Thank you.